going to start to work with trigonometric equations and identities. So first I want to show you, this is from the old IB formula sheet, but your new one is very similar. These are the formulas that you are allowed to have on your IB exam. So those are the only identities that you're given. Other identities are not necessarily that useful to you for IB, but in Ontario curriculum you would see more. So first, solving a trig equation, we get something like this. And we need to pay attention to the domain. They're asking us to find solutions between negative 2 pi and 2 pi, which is more than just, it's a lot of solutions to find, so we have to keep that in mind. Okay, first thing to do to solve this equation is to try and get x by itself. So I'm going to bring this root 3 over to the other side and divide by 2. Okay, now I know sine x is root 3 over 2. So I know that root 3 is the opposite, or the x value, and 2 is the hypotenuse, or the r value. Okay, and I'm thinking about this when I see root 3 over 2, or any combinations with root 3s, root 2s, 1s, 2s, I think about special triangles. In this case, when I see root 3 over 2, in my special triangle, root 3 is opposite and 2 is the hypotenuse for the angle pi over 3, which means x must be pi over 3. I also know that sine of x must be positive. So when I'm thinking about the cast rule, sine is positive in 2 quadrants, in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. So either I have a terminal arm in quadrant 1 or my terminal arm in quadrant 2, and that pi over 3 angle is going to be between the x-axis and the terminal arm, or between the x-axis and this terminal arm. Then I can figure out what my values are. So either x is just pi over 3, or x is this angle, which is pi minus pi over 3, okay, which is 2 pi over 3. Now, those are two answers between 0 and 2 pi, but remember that we were looking for answers between negative 2 pi and 2 pi. So there's two more answers that we're looking for. Okay, so we have to think, okay, I still have these two terminal arms, but what if I rotate the opposite direction? Negative 2 pi would be going clockwise as opposed to counterclockwise. So if I went clockwise to this angle, I would be going negative 2 pi, but not quite as far, adding back that pi over 3. So I'd have negative 5 pi over 3. And if I went to the same terminal arm, but went in the clockwise direction, I'd be going negative pi and another negative pi over 3. That's how I get negative 4 pi over 3. So there are 4 solutions here to that equation. One more, if we look at tan of x equals negative 1. First, when I see negative 1, I think of my special triangles, and I realize that to get negative 1, it would be tan of pi over 4. So my angle is pi over 4. Now, because it's negative, tan is negative in this quadrant and in quadrant 4. So I'm going to draw my terminal arms, and I'm going to put that pi over 4 between the terminal arm and the x-axis, between the terminal arm and the x-axis. Then the angle that I actually care about is moving from my initial arm to this terminal arm. So that would be pi minus pi over 4, or 2 pi minus pi over 4, giving me 3 pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. Remembering that we want this all the way from negative 2 pi to 2 pi. So similar to the last example, same terminal arms, moving in the opposite direction, I get 2 more solutions. Thank you, and continue to our next video.